times 3:03 p.m. on Friday, June 21st, 2024. I'd like to call the meeting for the Porterville Authority Development Authority to order. Someone take roll call.
Yes, Your Honor. We have Member Vernon Vera, Member Don Ryrock,
Here.
Vice President Raymond Beltran, President Shine Nieto.
Just going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Someone lead that. Do you have any oral communications?
No, Your Honor.
Good. Okay, we'll move on to the schedule matters. Schedule matter number 1, approval of draft minutes of April 5th, 2024.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second that.
So I got a motion from Beltran, seconded by
White Rock.
Weinrock. I always chop your name up, bro. I don't know why. For the approval of the draft minutes of April 5th, 2024. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? 4-0-0. Okay, moving on to schedule matters number 2, city reimbursement of eligible expenses and construction update of tertiary treatment wastewater facility, collection system, and recycled waste infrastructure project.
Chair, happy to provide that update. The agenda item is to consider the approval of the reimbursement of $163,535.37 for construction and $58,879.77 for consultant fees, for a total of $222,415.14 in eligible expenses by the city of Porterville to the Tule River Tribe for construction and consultant costs for the tertiary treatment wastewater facility project. And an update of the project is the plant has been in the process of being commissioned. We are working through finalizing communication and technical monitoring of the operation of the plant. We are currently serving recycled water to the sports complex. A couple things are coming up, and scheduling will occur. The 1-year inspection on the million-gallon storage reservoir that is being coordinated and scheduled. In the process of finalizing monitoring equipment and some operational challenges with some metering locations, so we're working through some punch list items there that will resolve those problems. We will be receiving a final inspection from the State Water Board. It was tentatively scheduled for the end of this month, but with the punch list items under review, it has been moved off until the beginning of August. Should time allow, it could be moved up to the end of July, but we're looking at the beginning of August for the final site inspection with water boards. As we get these bugs worked out and the punch list resolved, we then will be scheduling a transition from potable water at the casino site to receiving recycled water, and that communication will be coming in upcoming meetings to make you aware of when that transition happens. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Does anybody got any comments or questions?
I had just a brief comment or question. I know there was like a, what do you call, like a binder of all the information of everything that the casino personnel are supposed to know as far as their side. Have they been brought up to speed on all the training and manuals of their end of these of the tertiary plant use?
Yeah, definitely, I appreciate it, it's a good question. We've been in communication with casino staff, operational staff. We finalized the city's discharge permit with the casino on sewer discharge. Also finalized the service permit to receive recycled water for the facility. Along with that permit comes process and communication contacts for acceptable uses and monitorings for the facility. Along with that also comes a scheduled annual inspection of the facility. So every 4 years, a complete shutdown and cross-connection test is applied to this facility and will be performed moving forward as long as the facility is receiving recycled water. And the annual inspection will be coming up as soon as we complete all the documents. It's been submitted, they're in review now. And then after we perform that annual inspection, we will have a meeting with operations staff prior to the transition of receiving recycled water to reiterate and have those communications on acceptable practices and any changes and the communication that would need to be given to the city as a result of any modifications or operational issues that they would experience at the facility.
If there's not any more questions, I'll make a motion to accept the reimbursement of the eligible funds of an amount of $222,415.14.
I'll second his motion. Good. Okay, got a motion from Vice President Beltran, second by Vern Vera for item number 2, city reimbursement, eligible expenses, and construction update of tertiary treatment wastewater facility collection system and recycled waste infrastructure project for the $222,415.14. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? 400. Okay, moving on to schedule matters number 3, city reimbursement and eligible expenses for construction, update of storm drain recharge retention basin project.
Yes, I'll be also happy to provide input on this one as well. The staff report is consideration of approval of the reimbursement of $492,183.96 for the construction and $7,356.50 for consultant costs, for a total of $499,540.46 in eligible expenses by the city of Porterville to the Tule River Tribe for construction and consultant costs of the storm drain recharge retention basin project. An update on the project is we have finalized the project. We are already maintaining the project, and so at this time, I'm not aware of any additional fees that should be coming from that, unless, Javier, you have any additional information?
It'll just be some small closeout costs as they finalize the recirculation pond and the equipment needed for that. Yeah, but it is substantially complete.
Happy to answer any questions you may have.
All right. Is there any way we could, I don't want to slow it down, but is there any way we could let Carrie Patterson in on the meeting? I don't know if she's in the,
So, apparently she was using the closed session Zoom link I sent her. So she should be using the link that's on the agenda face sheet to log in, but she's using the wrong one.
all right, let me tell
I sent her an email. I'm hoping she can respond to it.
I'll tell her she's, does anybody have any questions before we move on with that, or comments? Okay, cool.
All right, if there's no further questions, I'll make the motion to accept item number 3, which is the reimbursement of expenses in the amount of $499,540.46.
I'll second that.
Okay. So for item number 3, schedule matters, we got Vice President Beltran making a motion for the $400,099 and, then glasses, $540,046. Seconded by Weinrack. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? 400. Okay, moving on to subject matter, scheduled matters. Item 4, local roads improvement coordination, I mean. You want to open up discussion on that one?
Right, I'll be happy to provide that update. So for this project, which we have on as a West Street Extension project, we just received the environmental assessment, so city staff is reviewing that, and with that, we'd be close to wrapping up environmental on that on both the NEPA and CEQA side. As far as the design, our engineer had worked on a portion of it, but we augmented the scope, and they've collected all the topography, are going to be submitting the 30% design to us here in mid-July, and then we'll review that, meet with them end of July to provide them any feedback. And timeline-wise, everything, we're expecting to get a final design approved around the October to early November timeframe, so that we can bid that with hopes of awarding in one of the council meetings of December, which we need that because of one of the components of funding, the community project funding, or CPF, that we receive from the feds. We're on a tight timeline on. We need to get the funds obligated by next May of 2025. So design is well underway, and again, we got a few months to button all this up and help it go to bid, and with hopes of getting this to construction early next year.
Nice. I had something kind of similar to these roads. I had asked before, I think when Lawless was here, and those guys are getting pretty bad. I came out of the concert one night, and those taco trucks almost caused an accident when I was waiting to turn. Some cars just came out of getting tacos or wherever they was getting at those places, and just came across the street, and someone coming in almost bagged them. So I was just wondering, like, who owns that land? Would you guys know?
So most of the issues we're having with the food truck vendors out there are on county parcels. City has been enforcing all of the city parcels out there. Continue to reach out to the sheriff's department in regards to that, or the county health department in regards to those. We have enforced on city-owned property, so just to the south of the casino, the city does own a parcel there, and we've been enforcing there with code enforcement and PD. However, some of the other areas, the local food vendors have discovered which parcels are county-owned and continue to be an issue for the traffic out there.
Yeah, because now they're on both sides of the streets, right there on the north side by the baseball fields. Yeah, and then both sides of on both sides of the road, they're on both sides now. And they're just, and there's a lot of them. It's like,
Yeah.
and then they're down there towards the Teapot Dome area after you turn from the casino right there. Yeah, they're right there on that side now. Those guys ain't so bad. It's the guys over here by the baseball fields that are making the hazard, I think.
Yeah, the city of Porterville is continuing to enforce where we have jurisdiction authority.
Yeah.
And continue to communicate as well to the sheriff's department in the county. But every call
Yeah,
helps.
I was
so.
just asking because I was just wondering, like, if you knew who owns those parcels, so I can kind of reach out to them too also. Yeah, because I know this, he was doing stuff at Citywise, John Lawless, when it first started happening, so I was just wondering, I haven't got a chance to talk to him again.
But we'll take a look at that and see if there's any
I don't
assistance.
want to bother him because he's over that way, you mean?
No, please call him.
All right, cool. Thank you. That's all I got on that one, so.
Kind of a quick question related to that. We have been talking about it for a number of months. Do we know if anybody's ever sent a letter to the county officially putting them on notice of our perceived risk of that, those enterprises out there, and our desire to have them relocated or removed specifically?
I can't confirm that. I can check into that, though, for you.
Yeah, we could do a combined letter between the tribe and ourselves.
Yeah, that would be good. And then I was also wondering if there's another spot, if you guys had, if the tribe had all of those taco trucks, if you were the vendor, where would you want them to be? And then I want to ask kind of rhetorically, I don't know why or how the city of Porterville, we didn't outlaw them, but it's kind of hard to have a food distribution business or a taco truck in town, in city limits, I seem to understand. But where would we have it if it was in that area? And if there's any opportunity to relocate it, not to say that they would. They'd probably like to be a little bit more freelanced out there in the orchards. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I know it's outside the city limits, so close to, I hear the county, but,
We have a meeting with the county in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Check with,
But I think,
Oh, yeah.
maybe we can add that.
I think an official letter, though, just notice, just, we're on record saying this has been a problem, many near misses, that somebody will be liable, especially once they're notified. So,
that's why they haven't.
not to pass it on to them, but it
it's
is their
worth a shot,
jurisdiction.
yeah.
So,
I just seen some car almost get wiped out, so I was just like, oh.
if that's something
for
as a
tacos?
committee, we can recommend that, even maybe just as a committee, we submit a letter to the Tulare County Sheriff's or ordinance is that we would like some type of follow-up because of the issues out there. I don't know if we do that separately as councils or as a committee.
3-mile buffer around the casino property up from all taco trucks.
So what I would recommend, as both property owners, the city could submit a letter, if so, council member chooses, we could submit a letter, and then as a property owner of the casino, it would be great to have 2 letters coming versus, and just clarifying, unless you're asking the PATA board, send a letter as the authority for these comments. I think it would be better if we come from 2 jurisdictions and both property owners providing that notification versus coming from the PATA board, but I think we can continue to work that path.
I think that'll be something we could follow up with in our own councils,
Okay.
to submit a letter,
To the
And-
county?
to the property owners first, probably.
And I would recommend too, from the city standpoint, we could reach out from our public safety counterparts and have some of those comments as well. But I know the conversation's already being had. so.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, it's one of those things, the conversation, it just sometimes takes a while to get a
Yeah.
result,
Yeah.
so.
I've also heard that there's a reason why 65 isn't getting widened, because, not only because of money, but until a high elected official's family member gets killed, will there be no action on widening the 65 to make it safer? And I just think that's a travesty as well. So, with our roads update, thank you for this update. It's a solid, reminder of the progress and the urgency of getting it approved and getting the shovels in the ground. But, those taco trucks, and I don't want to see somebody get hurt, and we've been talking about it for months. So
Almost every council meeting.
if we can
Yeah.
draft a letter, we should. And I see we have the city attorney on listening, so that's good too. Thank you.
Yeah. And I think where they widened the 65 in a couple places, at those 2 lanes on each side, it helped out. I mean, especially right there at Terabella, like, they don't go far enough to do.
Yeah, we need a few more,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Moving on for scheduled matters, item number 5, Tule River Tribe Active Transportation Plan Update.
Chair, happy to provide an update on that as well. So the staff report is an update on the status of the active transportation plan update for the Tule River Tribe by the Tulare County Associations of Government. So at this point in time, in regards to the projects, all the state contracts have been signed. We're in the process of developing an RFQ to go out for services, and once that is achieved, we'll provide an update to the PATA board on that status.
Does anybody got any questions or comments? The update? Everybody's good? Okay. Oral communications? Got none. Does anybody want to go see Paul Rodriguez on Sunday?
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I'll be out of town too.
It's gonna be packed.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy's never coming back.
Real quick, Julia, since you're on, I'm not sure if you can hear us. Yeah, she was prepared. Yeah, so the thing we were just discussing, I just thought if you had a second to comment on that? Oh, your mic's off, yeah.
Hold on, Joey. It looks like your microphone's off, but. Give me 1 second. Try it again. One more time. Yeah, no, it's. Give me 1 second.
It's okay, we can follow up with that. Thank you.
Charlie Chapman style. My bad, man, I just say whatever sometimes. Okay. Closed sessions.
Yes, Your Honor, we do have one closed session item, which is closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.95, liability claim, claimant Hill International Agency claimed against Porterville Area Development Authority. And at this time, what we would do is basically go into Coleman Room and conduct our closed session over there, and then we'll come back, reconvene, and
Okay.
report on anything that we have.
Is it just all parties in this room anyways? We just shut off the video and audio?
I would rather do it in a different area. Julia and Carrie, if you want to just hop off of this one and hop on the other one. Give me 1 second, Julia. Go ahead and speak. Can you hear me? Yes, now we can hear you. Give me one, it's like really
So
low.
I'd just like to report on the closed session item.
Sorry.
That's okay. That on the motion by Chairperson Beltran and seconded by Member Vera and a 4-0 vote, that the claim was denied. And that's it.
Okay, we got that. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much.
Okay. So, we'll move on to other matters. Has anybody got any other matters? I just want to let you guys know, you guys are welcome to come to our rodeo up at the McCarthy Ranch. It starts tomorrow on Sunday. Yeah, San Juan's Day Rodeo. So it's free up there to go check it out if you guys want to, or any of your family members.
Thank you for the invitation. I wish I could be there. Did you want to, for other matters, I overheard a little something about a helicopter pad?
Well, I know the council has been talking about it for quite a while. And we have it in our master plan, for, didn't really never have a chance to move on. And I was just looking for assistance, probably.
You think PADA could handle a job like that?
Well, it'll be up at the tribe, so I don't know if that would be a transportation thing, but I was telling them about reach, how we just recently.
Can you guys speak in the mics, please? No one can hear us.
I know, I feel like it's like a weird meeting here.
Even if it just sets us up with the right contacts, so we can follow up on it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's something, because it wouldn't be a normal transportation item, or.
Looking for a helipad up on the tribal property, and we already kind of have reach here in Porterville, and be a quick way to get people off the mountain. But the costs and the construction and all of that coordination is something that would need some help. And I was just curious if PADA might be the group to bring it to seek funding and all of that. Would it be a project for PADA, separate project for the tribe, or separate project for, the city to participate in?
I don't know that it would come to a PATA group, but we could definitely look at some options and alternatives, and, yeah. Yeah, definitely, we could look into some of those details.
I'd like to also just say that, that storm drain basin, that we really knocked that out in the tertiary treatment plant. It's pretty much done, and just, we've kind of mastered a few things around the city, thanks to you guys over there and your leadership. And I think, I just recall working with an organization that they made everything the same, and then they duplicated it and sustained that process. And I think with the lessons that we've learned over the last few years doing these projects, will make them even more, less stressful on city staff and participants, and be able to get them built quicker, cleaner. We got a lot of designs that we can probably implement. So I look forward to future projects and helping people work through it. We've got these lessons learned, and it's always bad to learn them the second time, right? Yeah. But I really want to express my appreciation to the city staff for helping us with this tertiary treatment plant out there by the casino. Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
I was told to ask again, and if you guys had anything for me to sign for the motorcycle park. Oh, you don't want to sell?
Unfortunately, no updates at this time for the OHV,
Okay, thank
but
you.
staff is working on it.
I love your updates, man.
I'm just looking forward to we can take the sign down in the men's bathroom that says, "Don't drink out of the urinal."
Unfortunately, they're there for a reason.
I think that's all the other matters and everything else, so. No.
Next meeting?
Next meeting? When will the next meeting be?
July 19th.
So before we adjourn, the next meeting will be July 19th, 2024, at 3 o'clock again?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and for motion from Vice President Beltran, second by Member Vern Vera, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? The time's 3:46. We're adjourned.